All right, my friends, it's me, it's Ken, and we're doing the Brooklyn Independent Comic Showcase stuff. We're at Broken Reality Comics, and here to tell us all about that and the Alpha comic series is Joel Montero. Hey, Joel, how are you?
How you guys doing today? Welcome to Bix.
Awesome. So tell me about yourself as a creator and then what we got going on.
Yeah, sure. So I am co-founder of Broken Reality Comics, and I'm also the writer and creator of the Alpha series. And essentially what we are, Broken Reality Comics, is we are independent comic book creators, and we focus on creator-owned IPs, but we share the same universe. That's the concept. Think of Image Comics mixed with Marvel and DC. Now, one of the flagship series, the Alpha series, is about a superhuman race known as Adapters taking over the modern world. So it's a secret organization trying to force the evolution of humanity through these Adapters, and one of them being the Alpha, the first lab-tested experiment gone right. Now, Jason, the main character, has to find secrets of his past before those same people go about pretty much doing bad deeds in New York City and the rest of the world.
Awesome, awesome. So what did you bring with you today then?
So in here today we have the 5th anniversary edition of my issue 1 when I first created it in 2020. We have the Alpha 1 Volume 1, which has the first arc, which has exactly Alpha 1, 2, 3, and I believe the Broken Reality crossovers that we did with the 12 independent creators to reset the timeline. Oh, sorry. In addition to that, we have Van Thorn, that's a prequel. We have Alpha 4, which is the next arc, and we have Emerald Coyote, which is written by a good friend of mine and writer for Broken Reality Comics, Edwin Burgos. I drew it, and his flagship series, the Super Dragonfly Sentinels, also published by Broken Reality Comics.
Wow, I like the idea of having all independent people, but yet creating in the same universe. I think that's a great idea. What made you say that this is the model we have to follow?
Well, a lot of it, we came to it as fans. We had the idea of it would be really cool to cross over. This is at the time when we were all just still independent creators. We weren't really trying the publishing thing out. We were just doing it for the fun of it. So the original story was, I pitched it to my friend of mine who lives in Wales. We met through college, and he had a series, I had a series, and I said, hey, what if we just do a crossover? Somehow that tumbled into 12 creators doing one crossover event, and we just had the grand idea of what if we spread this vision around. Okay, we were 12 creators from all over the world, from Australia, from Canada, from the US, from the UK, South America. We set our egos aside and we made something that was like, seemed like, oh, maybe it's not possible, right? And we made it possible. So we had the grand idea of, let's spread this message around. You know, we're all creators, we're all in this together, and we don't need to have our egos being rubbed around. We can actually make this work and still retain the idea of the characters.
Very cool, very cool. How important is a convention like Bix for someone like yourself and this kind of work?
So the importance of Bix is that it gives a lot of small creators or up-and-coming creators the opportunity to showcase their talents that maybe they wouldn't get in the same exposure in the larger convention, where it's very, press, media focused, especially now with movies. They can take a lot of the spotlight from the independent creator, from the indie creator. So I think important small press events like this one, especially, give that exposure to the small creator to a grander audience.
Awesome, awesome. All right, listen, I'm going to let you get back to this, and I just wanted to talk to you about this interesting premise you got going on, and I'm happy that you celebrating anniversaries with it already. That's awesome. All right, Joel, I'm going to let you get back, and I'll talk to you again sometime in the future. All right, my friends, you know how it ends. It ends like it begins. It's me, it's Ken, Bix 2026. Subscribe, comment, like, etc., etc. Bye-bye.